Until you begin to see what problems from this angle, you cannot be relevant in this generation and to the nation. The problem that the people of the world are calling problems are actually not problems. They are the manifestation of the real problem. Politics is not a problem. Politics is an effect of a fundamental problem. Gender issues is not the problem. Gender issues are a manifestation of a problem. So famine is artificial. Poverty is artificial. They are not real. Men create and are creating them. I am telling you from the Bible that these are not the real problems. Once we get into that mode, we are subscribing, and now that is going to have implications. So, understanding the problems of our world. What is the root problem? If we can get people to believe, number one, there is God. Number two, He made us to obey Him. We have now taken the first major step in solving world problems. Now, if men also believe there is no God, listen, in this world, even if there is God, He doesn't care about us. That's why He gave us a mind. Let us think. Let us use it to think. Once we get into that mode, we are subscribing to a satanic wisdom, and now that is going to have implications. It's now going to have manifestations. So the problems of our world that we are seeing, which we are about to go into, I'll list a few here, then we'll look at the SDGs. The problem that the people of the world are calling problems are actually not problems. They are the manifestation of the real problem. So according to the Bible, if you have been following the story from Genesis chapter 1, chapter 2, chapter 3 till now, one of the things that you will understand is that leadership, then politics, is not the cause of our problems. So anytime people say our problems, give us an example of Ghana problems, leadership problems, political problems. Politics is not a problem. Politics is an effect of a fundamental problem. Leadership is not our problem. It is not the problem. It is the manifestation of a root problem. Gender issues is not the problem. Gender issues are a manifestation of a problem. Now, remember when it was until Adam fell that God now came and said, if because of what you did, you didn't lead your husband to me, but you led your husband away from me, your desire shall be to your husband, and he shall rule over you. So there will be culture wars. The woman will now want to now dominate the man. The man will say, no, I won't allow you to dominate. You two, I will also dominate you. So the battle between the sexes, it only came about because men chose their own way. And unto the woman he said, Genesis 3:16, I will greatly multiply thy sorrow and thy conception. In sorrow thou shalt bring forth children, and thy desire shall be to thy husband, and he shall rule over thee. And I'm saying that scripture doesn't simply mean you will not like your husband, or is it a case to love your husband? No, that scripture means there's going to be a tug of war between the man and the woman. Now, how did Adam get to eat of the fruit of the tree? Eve gave it to Adam. So look at something. This is where the consequence of the act. So it's not like God was cursing Eve. God was actually telling Eve the consequence of that action. You have helped your husband to rebel against me. From today, your husband will also rebel against you. You would want your husband to hear you out, but he won't hear you out. So you will now have to also now come up with ways to get your husband to listen to you. Listen, if a man disobeys God, he will disobey anything that looks like God. If a man rebels against God, that's why Satan hates human beings. If a man rebels against God, anything that looks like God or reminds the man about God, the man will rebel against it. So if you have helped your husband to rebel against me, so now you are now going to deal with your husband, and now he's also going to rebel against you. So now there's going to be a tension between you and your husband because of what you have done. So when we see gender wars, gender battles in the nation, where is it coming from? Men rejected the wisdom of God. So gender issues are not really the main problems. They are an effect of a deeper problem. And until we begin to solve that, we cannot solve gender issues. And gender issues manifest in marriages, it manifests in homes, in families, it manifests then also at the cultural level. Poverty is not the problem, it's an effect of a certain problem. What problem is that? Men rejecting the wisdom of God. And that's the reason why in this year, I told you that God said, in restoring balance to the nations, what will he do? He says, I will fill the earth with the knowledge of God and the knowledge of the glory of the Lord as the waters cover the sea. Because that was where the issues came from. Is infrastructure and systems also the cause of our problems? Infrastructure and systems, are they the cause of our problems? What is the root of the problem? Men rejected the wisdom of God. So why don't we build institutions and systems that be for the flourishing of everybody? Because men are rebels. Men have rejected the wisdom of God. So our institutions will be oppressive. Our institutions and our system will be extractive. So infrastructure is not the root of our problem. It's a secondary problem that is coming from a primary what? Problem. Hunger issues are not what is wrong with our world. Listen, in this 21st century, if you really believe that famine is a problem of the world, then you don't really understand world problems. Listen, we have so much technology and science to produce so much food that no single child on this planet should go to bed hungry. The least every child should have in a day, except they are fasting, is twice a day. Why do we still have hunger problems? It's not because of harsh weather. No, it's because of men. So famine is artificial. Poverty is artificial. Don't think Ghana we are poor. But why are you poor? It's because of men. So our poverty is artificial. Our gender wars are artificial. Our tribal wars are artificial. All the problems that we are having as problems are not natural. They are not real. Men create and are creating them. So until you begin to see what problems from this angle, people, you cannot be relevant in this generation and to the nations. You must see it from this angle. And listen, you must be so convicted by these biblical principles I'm teaching you that, listen, nobody can change your mind. And I'm gradually bringing you to that place. This is where the root of the problem is. Now, please, let's see UN SDGs. Now, I've heard that the World Economic Forum have also come up with another set of problems that they are going to solve from now to, I think, 2050 or say 2030 or something. 2030. Now, they are just always innovating the problems, giving it new names. Now, look at something. The UN, these are the problems they want to solve in the world. How many problems there are? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 17 problems, right? Okay. So we have 17 world problems affecting every nation on this planet. Pastor Ansere, I am telling you from the Bible that these are not the real problems. They are the manifestation of the main problem the Bible is talking about. No poverty. So why is there poverty? Why do we still have poverty? Men have rejected the wisdom of God. That's why there is still poverty. Zero hunger. Listen, I'm telling you that in our days, listen, science have so developed that when it comes to seed and seed engineering and how to look at the soil and how to plant, we can produce so much food that nobody must go to bed hungry. Hey, come to think of it, let me ask you, do you really think, those of us that have poverty in our family, do you really think it is government that is making your family poor? It is the wrong decisions of our grandfathers and our fathers and our aunties. That's why you came to meet poverty. Some of them too, it is not wrong decisions, it is injustice. Father could have gone to school, but your grandfather told him that listen, I cannot take care of you. I've married another wife. My money only takes care of the children of this wife. And your father couldn't go to school and continue his education, all because of injustice. If you didn't marry my mother, does it mean don't take care of me? Did I ask you to give birth to me? Why must you punish me because of your anger with my mother? Injustice. Now, good health and well-being. Oh, that one too, I'm saying that men have rejected the wisdom of God. Why has men rejected the wisdom of God? Men are not giving attention to the wisdom of God about our feeding and our hygienic living. Not to now talk about the injustice in our health sectors in the nations. So how do we solve these problems? We must take the wisdom of God and introduce it to wherever these problems are. When you take Ghana, for example, why our nurses run away? Can you give us some of the reasons why they ran away? Poor conditions of service, injustice. So the problem is not poor health. The problem is injustice in the health sector. Then another reason for sickness is ignorance. People are ignorant of God's ways of right living. You eat anytime. You don't drink water. When was the last time you ate fruit? Fruit is not part of your eating. Let me ask you a question. When was the last time you bought any drink or any packaged food outside and you gave attention to the calories they've written there? Calories. Only few of us, even despite the people, they've not even check it. So this is where the problem is. People are giving you get what I'm saying here. Yeah, this is where the problem is. So if people don't understand that challenge, the reason why we have all these challenges because men have rejected the wisdom of God. That's why God didn't bring the people of Israel to the promised land. He told them, look, as my people, this is going to be your feeding habit. These are the kinds of things you can eat and the kind of things you cannot eat. Okay, so to a certain degree, laws must be made. And I'm not saying everything depends on government. That's what I'm saying. But I'm saying to a certain degree, the government officials, that's why we have Food and Drugs Board. I hope you are getting me. So that certain foods are not brought into the nation because of the constitution of our bodies. Why? Because when we start eating some food that is in dissonance with our DNA, we will start getting sicknesses that is not natural to us. But listen, who cares? If I'm importing something and the one that is going to approve it, I can give him some money and can give me free pass and stamp the thing for me. Good. So we are having these problems, not really because they are the problems. They are the manifestation of the real problem. Okay. Now, quality education, the same thing. Quality education. Then gender equality issues. Male, female. Male, female. Now it has graduated into sexuality. LGBTQ plus. That means they have not ended though. They are going to be adding more to it. At the right time, we'll examine the philosophy of LGBT plus QQQ because some of them is very tautology. It doesn't make sense. For example, homosexuals and lesbians are saying that they can love anybody. So homosexuals who are men want to love other fellow men. Lesbians also say they want to love fellow women. Then at that time, the argument they were bringing up is that it's not their fault. They must love whatever they want to love. The men of the same sex, right? Then when the argument now went on, they came up with 4 scientific evidences that, listen, you can be trapped in a wrong body. So the reason why I'm a man and I love another man is because I'm trapped. Okay. So we should allow them to marry. So we marry them. Now, when you marry as male, who is the female? In that male relationship. One is the female. As in fee hyphen male. So among the males, we have the female in the male. Okay. Then among the females, we have the male in the female. So you people are telling us that male, female is social construct. We have agreed with you. We agree. Yet when we now marry you and you go to your own homosexual home and lesbian home, you now turn and one of the male become female and one of the female become male female. Who are you deceiving? Then let's put that aside. Then they now progress to LGBT, trans. Now when it goes to the trans people said, you see the research that said that you can be trapped in a human body. Okay, so now I don't just want to be trapped there. I want to now change from this physical body and let it turn into a female. Yet I thought the LGBT people told us that there is no male and female. So the trans man who is a male that wants to become a female, what does he want to become? Yet LGBT tells us we can't define a male. The woman has gone to university, a professor emeritus. What is a woman? She can't define it. What is a man? She can't define it. Yet she has become a doctor who is now going to do a surgery and turn the male biological body into a female biological body. The question is, what is that female biological body that he's going to turn the main biological body into? What is female? You see the just in their name, LGBT. I don't want to go to the queer people. The queer people, they are, I don't say they are crazy. The queer people, I don't want to say they are crazy. That entire philosophy is confusing. Where is it coming from? Your desire shall be to your husband, and he shall rule over you. That's where it's coming from. Confusion song. Because we've thrown away God's wisdom. We've thrown away God's wisdom. Here in Africa, what do? We subjugate women. Now, with a new elite rising, going through educational system who have had exposure in the West, who are now coming back, they're also now pushing for women empowerment at the expense of the emasculating of the male. What am I saying? Women want to be empowered. Why men become women? Now, when the men now become women, the women are angry that the men have become women. So now what do you want us to become? All that a man can do, you told us you can do also. So we stopped all we could do so you could do it. Now you are angry that we have stopped. Now what is the problem? Are you getting what I'm talking about here? Now we have stopped. We don't want to compete with you. We have given, run, go. Now you are angry. Now you are angry. You are angry that the men are not rising up to the challenge. How can you be a man and you don't defend the woman? But you told us we are not men. We have agreed we are not men. Now that we are not men, who defends the woman? Nobody. Why? Because there is no man. Now women are angry that there is no man to defend them. The woman has now become the man, defending herself. The problems are coming from. Then clean water and sanitation. Oh my. The same issue. Yeah. Or affordable and what? Clean energy. The same thing. The greed of men will not allow affordable clean energy to be released. We won't allow it. There is a movie that recently came out. What was the movie? Straw. Wonderful. A certain aspect of the movie caught my attention. I asked mommy. You see, when they were trying to reach them, and then I think the phone went off. Then the police officer now said they should recharge it. And from a remote place, the phone that has gone off now came online. Oh, it's a very short scene, but it caught my attention. They were trying to reach them in the bank, but then the phones went off. So when the police people came, this white man came, he said, let's do something. They did something to the phone. And from a remote area where there's no electricity, the phone came off. So I turned and said, Mommy, is it possible that this is my phone that I'm holding? The battery is off. And because security apparatus wants to get me, they just turn the phone without my permission. Pastor Shella will say, Pastor, you don't know anything. Get into a problem and see. Are you hearing me? Why did I bring that up? I brought that up to say that, so does it mean that in this our world, they can do phones that you can charge once a day? Why are we not doing it? They will tell us nobody will buy it. You see, it's the same way Ghanaians think. If I do quality, when will I support for you to come and buy another one? You see, so the problem is not the problem, or the problem. But see, it's a lie. Do you know why it's a lie? Because we patronize quality things from other nations. And no matter how much we are buying them, we still buy them. So it's a lie to believe that if you give us quality things, it won't spur for us to come and buy some again. It's not true. And population is not decreasing. Population is not decreasing. So why are we telling ourselves that lie? So this is not a problem. If we can get people thinking right and submitted to the wisdom of God, we can solve these problems. What again? Decent work and economic growth. The same thing. Decent work, economic growth. Listen, bosses, employer-employee relationships. Employees think that the boss is treating them condemn. And the boss is also thinking, I'm paying you. You don't have mouth to say anything. But the employer forgets that the employee is a child of God, made in God's image. Even to give the person protective covers is an issue. It's an issue. So these problems, there are problems, but they are not the primary problem. We have rejected the wisdom of God in every field of life. We have just forgotten about it because we don't care. What again do we have there? Industry, innovation, and infrastructure. Go and listen to Theology of Industrialization. It will help you to solve this particular one. Why are we so backward? 21st century, we still pound fufu in boom, 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 boom. Why? 21st century, you still use apotoyoa. Why? Then you now tell us, you think we are saying something good. If you grind pepper in this thing and you sweat, it tastes nice. My brother, you are backward. You are backward. You are backward. Reduced inequalities. What again? Sustainable cities and communities. This one I'll teach you when we talk about the theology of a city. The theology of a city. What the Bible says concerning. Maybe I'll touch on it today a little. One of the things that's a problem in our world, according to the Bible. Cities, sustainable cities and communities. Then we have responsible consumption and production. Powerful. You are hearing what I'm about to say. Here in Africa, our people don't know maintenance. Number two, we also don't understand eat and leave some for tomorrow. No, here we don't understand. We finish everything today. Now, it must finish. Tomorrow will take care of itself. Like now, we must die the thing. No. We must just complete and die the thing and finish it. It's a problem. It's a problem. Some time ago, Mom was telling me that you see, I used to buy these plantain chips for mommy and the kids. So one time I wanted to buy some by the street. You see, when you're walking the street, they are just walking there. Mommy said, "Oh, please don't buy." I said, "Why?" I said, "Oh, do you know what some people do? When they are now making the plantain, they will melt rubber. You said rubber, right? Then they will put the plantain into it and fry the melted rubber with the plantain so that the plantain looks hard. So that when you eat, it does crow. You get that? You see that sound? You get that sound? Crow. So mommy says some of the people that sell these things on the street, a report came up and they said that's how they do it. So because of that, she has stopped. And I said, so where do I buy some? I said, oh, she showed me where to get some for her, right? Now, why is it that you see this nice industry that somebody could have just done this and made money on the street? Somebody with greed. Who wants to sell that thing that was not sold last 3 weeks? And he still wants to sell it after a month. Rather than throwing it away and frying new ones. Found a nice way of see things, preserving it. Frying it with oil that is mixed with, what do you call it? Rubber. So it can be hard. So that even after 1 month, it's still hard. You don't see that the thing is old, but it is old. You are eating plantain with rubber in your mouth. Oh, it's not even this plantain chips. So that's what they call responsible consumption and production. The same thing with honey. Now to get quality raw honey to buy, the way you will suffer. They told me that now they have added some things to the honey. Once Elder Selena brought me honey. I have never tasted honey that is better before. I'm like, where did you buy the honey? Why is this honey so better? A better honey. They were like, what kind of honey is this? And the honey looked black. But you see, normal honey is not that black. Oh. They've burnt sugar. Hey. So you see, we are dealing with all of this problem because men have rejected the wisdom. We have thrown it away. We don't even care. Climate action. Look at the way we are destroying our environment. Because men don't know that God will judge them for how they relate with the earth. Men don't know. They think the earth we came to meet, we can do anything we want with it. We can ease anywhere. We can wee anywhere. Then we have life below water, aquatic life. No, Ghana here, we don't talk about those things. We don't even care. We only started caring about fish because of Galamsey. Like you come up with a research that, you see there is a species of fish in our ocean near our coast. You want the government, you will die. Nobody will mind you. PhD in aquatic life. Nobody will mind. Ghana here, they will mind you. Life on land. Then we come to the matter of peace, justice, and strong decision. That's what I'm talking about. We will come to all of these. Then by the time we are done with this series, you will be able to solve most of these. You will know what to do. Then partnerships for goals. Where are they getting it from? The dominion mandate. Male and female, he made them in his image and gave them dominion. So we're supposed to rule the world by partnership, by cooperation. Not one man dominating the other. Cooperation is the future. Partnership is the future. That's where the world is going. So I'm saying the reason why I took you through all these 17 issues is to let you know that, listen, these are not the real problem. There are root problems. And we must learn how to bring the Bible in solving each of these issues if we are going to be a light to the nations.